Bem-vindo à terceira aula de Meteorologia de Inglês técnico aeronáutico. Bem, nessas aulas o objetivo é aumentar o seu vocabulário, até expressões idiomáticas que você pode utilizar em meteorologia. As frases que vão ser expostas aqui, você pode pegar uma base para fala. Lembrando que aqui é uma escrita diferente da fala, é a prova, daí cal é a prova oral. Mas lembre-se também que essas aulas de meteorologia têm até o sentido de uma revisão da própria matéria de meteorologia, né? Porque nós vamos, que o público que assiste esse tipo de aula já conhece meteorologia até muito mais profundo do que eu estou falando aqui. A gente está falando de uma revisão, apenas uma demonstração de como é que seria isso em inglês. Muitas partes aqui, eu não me aprofundei, ela vai ser até um pouco elementar para a maioria dos pilotos, mas o sentido é revisar e ver essa matéria em inglês. Vamos começar. Hoje nós vamos falar de Thunderstorms, Tempestades. Opa, parou o português. Let's go for the World Meteorology Organization, WMO. Define a thunderstorm as one or more sudden electrical discharges evidenced by a flash of light. Lightning, it's the light. It's like when you take a picture, it's a flash. And a sharp rumbling sound, thunder, boom. So that's the kind of a difference. Let's see here. We have three conditions for the formation of thunderstorm. Deep instability must be present in the atmosphere so that once air starts to rise, it will continue to rise. The atmosphere must contain abundant moisture, or in Australia, moisture, through a considerable depth, so that the initially unsaturated air cools sufficiently through lifting to cause condensation, with latent heat being released to further assist in stability. So with latent heat being released, losing heat, all right? So that's kind of a technical. There must be a trigger action or lifting mechanism. Let's see possible causes. A fast-moving front forcing the air to aloft. A mountain or other terrain forcing the air aloft. Heating of the lower layers of a cold polar air mass as it moves by advection to lower altitudes, causing convection ascent, okay? Just like going up, just like in Portuguese. The passage of a cold front. Advection of cold air in the middle layer of the troposphere over warm air, causing the cold air to rise. Remember what cloud layers, all right? So if you have high cloud layer, probably it's a cirrus layer, all right? So if you understand what layer is. So dictionary aloft, high up in the air. Cloud layers. See, I even put a picture to explain it better. So I like this picture very much. Very pretty. I don't think I ever saw something that way, but well, very nice. Life cycle of a thunderstorm. The cumulus or building stage, updrafts only, all right? Drafts, you can spell it differently if you're doing British or English. English, so I use the British one here, but if it was American English would be different, updrafts. All right, the mature stage, updrafts and downdrafts. Usually when you have a mature cumulus limbus. And dissipating stage, downdrafts only. I'm not gonna say the updrafts and downdrafts are ascendente, descendente, because I'm not gonna say that, all right? I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna deliver that easy for you guys. Hazards to aviation. Some obvious dangers to airplanes from thunderstorms include severe wind shear. Well, most part of the hazard weather is severe, so severe turbulence, severe icing, damage from hail, reduced visibility in heavy precipitation, damage from lightning strikes, include electrical damage. I don't like that. Nearby lightning may affect magnetic compass. Yes. Well, it's how life it is in aviation. Interference to radio communication, particularly on high frequency HF, and radio navigation instruments, especially the ADF or the famous NDB. The NDB, which is pretty much getting older, no one is creating new NDBs nowhere in the world, just fading away, just disappearing, the NDB ADF antennas. Precipitation static. Hints on flying in areas where there are active storms. Avoid thunderstorms in flying by at a minimum of 10 nautical miles. And in severe situation by 20 nautical miles or more. Specifically if you are passing downwind of them, all right? Never fly under thunderstorms. It's pretty basic. Don't do that, all right? You can face a downdraft and end up on a mountain or on the ground, right? Your aircraft cannot outperform the air pushing you down the downdraft, all right? Reduce speed to recommended turbulence penetration. Airspeed, every aircraft manual has its own turbulence penetration speed, which is marked as a VB. Airspeed indicator will be affected in strong drafts and heavy rain. Yes, it probably will fluctuate or show a false number. So concentrate on keeping a constant power setting and attitude once in the storm area. Hence, so you have the dictionary, pause at your own time. Downbursts and microbursts. Strong downdrafts that spread out near the ground are known as downbursts. A very strong downburst, not exceeding 4 kilometers in diameter, is called a microburst. Very small, okay? Well, I put an image here. I'm even gonna use that in another video, the same image. But as we can see here, we have the virga or rain, all right? Sometimes the virga never reach the ground. But see, you have a downdraft, usually on microbursts. They're very strong, they can push you down, you cannot even control the aircraft anymore, you're gonna crash, as I just said. But here you have this outflow. So when you're coming, for example, here from the right side of this outflow front, you're gonna face, you came from the right side here, the image, you're getting inside of your aircraft, you're gonna face headwinds. So probably you're gonna face very strong headwind. Then when you're gonna face a very very weak winds, maybe even not wind at all, but very strong downdraft. Then you're gonna have a tailwind, gonna increase your speed, but you're gonna decrease your lift. So it's a very hard situation. All right. Typical microburst has the following dimension: horizontal distance of 4 kilometers, lifespan of 10 minutes, horizontal wind shear of 50 knots, and vertical depth of cold air outflow of 10 to 10,000 feet. All right. Always be on the watch for Virga, lowering cloud base, bulbous cloud base, heaped kind, dust rings and waves on the surface below the cloud, or a dark shaft of rain falling from the cloud. Well, dark shaft rain from the cloud, I would be aware, even not thinking about microburst, but yeah, it's all related. So that's it, guys. We finished the class number 3, and we're going I hope to see you real soon on my class number 4 of icing. Galera, muito obrigado, até a próxima aula, espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo. Vou fazer aqui 6 vídeos sobre meteorologia. Peço que vocês deixem seus comentários, o que vocês acharam, suas dúvidas, o que vocês acharam desse vídeo. Ficou bem curtinho para ficar mais estimulante de assistir. Te vejo no próximo vídeo, não se esquece de curtir, até a próxima, tchau, tchau.